After 23 years, the People's Progressive Party Civic is back in the streets in a big way. During those 23 years, the then opposition protested for various alleged wrongdoings on the part of the PPPC administration. They were very often criticized and ill-treated under the administration for protesting. Now, the tables have turned. The former ruling party, led by former President Donald Ramotar, General Secretary Clement Roy, several former government ministers, including former Prime Minister Sam Hinds and others, on Thursday took to the picket line outside the barricaded office of the Ghana Elections Commission.
GCOM is! GCOM is! GCOM is!
Who must go? Who must go?
The PPPC wants several things to happen, since that party believes that the just concluded elections were not free and fair.
We're calling for a recount of the votes. We know that we have given GCOM at random 22 boxes where the declaration of the results was not based, were based on false statements of polls.
We need to know it's also de jure. It's legitimate. It is a government of the people, by the people. Anything less, for me, is robbing ourselves.
The party maintains that a recount will indicate that it was victorious at the polls.
We believe that elections results do not reflect the will of the people. That we won these elections, and we won by several thousand votes. That is why up to now we have requested a recount, and they have not granted that recount, although we have a right to that recount, and they don't have a discretion to refuse that request when it is made. And then also they have refused to give us the statements of polls that they have used to tabulate the results. They have also refused to give us the box by box results. Why are they refusing to do what are basic things?
It's important that we know for sure what happened, and it's important that GCOM offers some answers for that.
But what myself and others don't understand, why would GCOM want to compromise its integrity to collude with the opposition in the presence of international observers to rig the elections?
Well, you'd have to ask GCOM that. I couldn't speak for them.
From the PPPC's standpoint, their protest will send a message to the Elections Commission. The party wants the GCOM chairman to resign. He has already stated that he will not resign.
Suraj Bali also said that he used ink from Code International for the ballot. That is not true. The ink came from China. There are a lot of things that we have to investigate about these elections.
All right, so when the case first comes up?
Up to now, we cannot get the statements of polls from GCOM. That's the point I'm making. So that is what is preventing us from moving forward.
But we
have our statements of poll, but I want to see the statement of poll that GCOM used.
But there's a court action coming.
There is a legal challenge. We have committed to that already.
I do believe that elections were rigged. And I am very angry that GCOM, which should be considered independent, would allow themselves to be infiltrated by politicians, and more so Dr. Suraj Bali, who I had considered all along to be a decent man, but has so much dishonesty and corruption. He has to go.
You're out from the APNU camp. Do you think that they would engage in such?
They would engage in such.
We have to struggle against a government that does not represent the will of the Guyanese people. This a government that is already part of the worst type of corruption, of rigged elections, and we have to fight to ensure that we get a government that truly represents the interests of the people.
Noticeably absent from the picket line when Nightly News was on the scene were the very vocal former President Bar Jagdeo, Prime Ministerial candidate Elizabeth Harper, former ministers Caroline Rodriguez Burkett, Pauline Sukai, Leslie Ramsamy, among others. The very Elections Commission under scrutiny by the PPPC has 3 commissioners who represent the interest of the PPPC. They too had agreed that the APNU-AFC coalition had won the 2015 general elections. The People's Progressive Party is maintaining that it was cheated at the 2015 general and regional elections. The party is not planning on giving up anytime soon. Hannah Duncan, HGP Nightly News, Georgetown, Guyana.